Hey guys, a warm welcome to Wisdom from North. I'm Jannike, and today I would like to speak about how it can be good for us on this spiritual journey that we're on to find the warrior inside. So what on earth do you mean, Jannike? Do you mean that we should be warriors? Is that a positive, a good thing? Is that very spiritual? I've always had a complicated relationship to that word warrior or light warrior. I've heard people speak about it, but it didn't resonate with me because I don't like war and I don't think that's very spiritual. But what is spiritual, right? That's a big question, and that's like a topic for a tons of other videos. But I've come to change a bit of a perspective on it. And today I want to speak about emotions. It has to do with emotions and how we deal with our own emotions, and how I believe actually it can be good to find that sort of archetype, the warrior inside. And I don't mean we should go into the war and fight, but in a way we have to also find that assertiveness, making a choice. And I'm going to give you some example of it and how this came up for me. So for two weeks ago, I started having some feelings of the depression, the depressive state coming back. It wasn't for a long period of time, but it happened like in a few hours that I would feel some of the same sensations from the depression. And I know, as I say a lot to you guys, and many teachers are talking about, not judging our emotions. And that's very important. And I believe that, today as well. We shouldn't judge anything, because when we judge ourselves, we more easily judge others, and then we are in resistance towards the emotions. So I think, yes, at the first time when the emotion comes over us and it's not a pleasant feeling, it's not a pleasant emotion, we don't like it, we maybe put it into a box as negative. That's very common to do. I do it a lot. It's easy to suppress it, and that's not good, because then we don't even look at the information that is in the emotion, because the emotion comes with information for you. It has a message, and I think it's very important to listen to that message. So that's like, in a way, step one when it comes to it, not judging the emotion, just letting it be there, and not perhaps even embracing it. I've been talking a lot about embracing, but I just talked to this yoga teacher, and he gave me like a reflection on this, and that it can be misunderstood that when we are embracing an emotion, we're holding on to it. And that's not the point. We shouldn't hold on to the emotion. Like, I'm feeling sad. Okay, sadness is here. I feel the sadness. I'm embracing it. Then all of a sudden you can hold too tight onto it. So maybe the word letting be is a better expression for it. But the point is not to judge it. Just be with the emotion. Okay, I'm feeling sad. Where is it in my body? What is the message? What is it telling me? And then let that answer come to you. But my point of this video is not to talk too much about this accepting of the emotion. I've been speaking a lot about it, and I will do it again. But my point is here, what happened to me was that I was over-focusing on not judging, and I also went into the trap, I think, of embracing it so much that I was holding the emotion, and it didn't go away. So I was feeling this depressive state, and I didn't judge it, and I let it be there, and I felt it in my body, and it just stayed with me, and it stayed with me, and it stayed with me, and I went into it, and I held around it, and I braced it, and I was like, why is it not going away in a sense? Is this just lingering now? Am I not doing this right? So I realized that there's something going on here. So I went out for a walk, and I sat down at this little place near the sea, and I sat there and I was just minding my own business. And then all of a sudden, this swan came along to me. This one swan came along, and it was starting to like becoming a bit aggressive. Like it was doing like this, like and I got really afraid. I was like, why is this swan coming over me and doing like this? And I felt almost threatened. And I was like, I mean, these swans, I know they can be a bit dangerous if you like threaten them, but why did it come over to me to threaten it? Like I didn't take its place. There were like no small swans, like their children there. I don't know what's called in English. So I didn't feel, why am I threatening this swan? So I went away, I let it just continue, and it calmed down and it swam away. And I started reading, because I go to the school in Norway where we read through our third eye, and I sat down and I read through the third eye. What's this about? What's going on? And I got this picture of this big bear, bear that was so big and it was really threatening me. And then I felt that this was symbolizing that darkness, because I feel at the same time you're reading, you ask for questions, what am I seeing? And then you get answers. And I got answers from my inner intelligence. And at the same time, that swan came. And the message that I completely didn't get while I was sitting there feeling threatened was that the swan was saying, find your inner warrior. Find that light warrior inside. You also have to fight the darkness. And that was like this aha moment for me, because I was all about not fighting anything. Like when we, fight something, we resist it. But I understood in that moment that this is a deeper kind of teaching for me that is arising now. So when I have these low emotions, yes, I should let them be there. Yes, I should accept them and hear the message. At the same time, I need to focus on making a new choice. Making a conscious choice of focusing on, for instance, some tools that will help me. For instance, gratitude. For instance, positive thinking. For instance, doing something that makes me happy. Because then I know the energy will change. But I was focusing on too much, embracing that emotion. So I actually came into that victim circle again, and I didn't get out of it. So it seems like a paradox, but yes, we need to let the emotion be there, not judge it. But at the same time, we need to choose those positive thoughts. We need to choose the direction we want to go into. We need to choose the vision we want to have in our lives. We want to choose to do the right thing. We want to choose to have a positive belief system. These are choices, and that demands some energy, a conscious decision that I want to have a positive outlook on life. And I understood that these were old emotions coming up within me, because I started having so much flow in my life, and all of a sudden this old fear came up that, when you have too much flow, you will lose your voice, because that's what happened. So I understood what it was all about, but I could get stuck there if I didn't choose to find that warrior inside of me and said, that is the past. I don't believe in that. Good things can come in my life. That's my new belief system. Nothing wrong doesn't happen when I have success. That's the old belief system. That's just the fear, my reptile brain saying, danger, danger. I gotta believe and be assertive about my new truths. So I hope you understood what I was trying to portray here. That I think that this is kind of this paradox we come to again, that yes, we need to not judge the emotion, but when we take in the message, when we have let it be there, when like the troll has come out of the box, we can't just let the troll defeat us if it doesn't go away. We need to fight it as well. And if you don't resonate with the fight, then think about being assertive. Like that swan was like, come on, show your power, come out with your power. You have the strength. And yes, I do have the strength, because we need to also choose to get out of that victim state. And I'm not saying that when we are accepting our emotions, we're in this victim state, but it can become it if we are just sulking in it, staying in it, like swimming in that emotion. And that's where this balance comes back to me again and again, that it's so important not to hold on to one part of the teaching or one perspective, that we need to find that balance in life. We need to see the whole picture. That's when it's working. And I didn't realize that. I knew it, but now I truly got an experience of it. And I had been over-focusing on one part of the teaching and not the other one. And I had, I think, a bit resistance also against the positive thinking. I had been more into the shadow work, but we need both. We need shadow work and we need positive thinking. We need to find that strength within us that chooses what we want to focus on, what kind of life we want to create, and also at the same time, let those days that are a bit more challenging and the challenges that are coming, accepting that they're there. Yes, accepting what is, but also choose what we want to create. So accept and then choose. Accept and take the teaching and then choose what we want to create. All right, guys, I am very curious about what you think about this. This was my own experience and my belief system. This is not the truth at all. And I really want to say that because I'm on a continuous journey, but I wanted to share this in hope that it can be helpful to you if you also felt that stuckness in an emotion that you thought were just going to go away because you accepted it and it didn't. Well, maybe you're experiencing the same thing as me, that you need to make a choice what you also want to create. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe to my channel if you haven't before. And remember to be the light that you are. Bye!